So in this video, we are going to learn how to add Podio Task Details in Google Sheets. Let's say you're using Podio as a platform to create and manage all the work-related tasks with your team members. Now you want that whenever you add a new task in your Podio account, you want to add the same task in Google Sheet to maintain a record of all the tasks over there. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process, and using this automation, whenever a new task will be created, automatically the details of that task will be added in Google Sheets. Want to know how you can set up this automation? For that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is my Podio account. Now we want that whenever we are going to create a new task in Podio, automatically the details of that new task should be added in our Google Sheets. Now to do this, we have to connect our Podio account, our Podio workspace with Google Sheets. And we are going to use an automation and integration platform called Pabbly Connect to do so. So here you can see we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. And to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. After coming to this dashboard, we have to create an automation workflow between Podio and Google Sheets inside Pabbly Connect. So for that, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. So I'll name it as Podio to Google Sheets. And then select the folder of your Pabbly Connect account in which you want to create the workflow and click on Create. And here you can see the workflow is open over here. In this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our Podio account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step, so that whenever a new task is created in Podio, automatically the details of that newly created task will be received inside Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow will trigger, it will start. Then after that, using this Pabbly Connect automation, we are going to add the details of that new task in our Google Sheet as a new row. So let's see how it is done. Starting from a trigger window in Choose Apps, search for Podio and select it. After selecting Podio in trigger event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New Task. So we'll just scroll down and select New Task as the trigger event. And as we select the trigger event, just click on this Connect button and then select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our Podio account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Connect with Podio button. Now because I have already logged into my Podio account in my browser, Pabbly Connect will detect the same account and make the connection over here. And after making this connection, the next thing it asks us is the organization. So it is most likely possible that you might be added in multiple organizations in Podio. So from which particular organization you want to get the details of the new task. So I have this organization named as Demo.org. Right now I'm only added in one organization. So that's why from the drop down I'm selecting my organization named as Demo.org. And I want that whenever a new task is created in this organization, I want to get the details. But also in organization, we have different workspaces. So here in my Podio account, you can see I have three different workspaces: Employee Network, Project Management, and Support Team. So out of all of these three, new tasks from which particular workspace we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect, we have to select that. So I have this workspace named as Support Team, and I want that whenever a new task is created in this particular workspace, the details of that new task should be received inside Pabbly Connect and I want to add them in Google Sheets. So from this drop down, I'm going to select my workspace over here. And after selecting the workspace, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, we will see it has now changed to Waiting for Response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to get some response, some details of a new task from Podio. So let's do it. We will go to our Podio account and we are going to create a new task over here. Let's say I'll just click on this Create button. The name of my task is, for example, Update MailChimp Integration. Then after that, I want to assign this task to a team member. For example, this is the team member. Then the due date is, for example, next Monday. And I want to add the task description as, for example, we have to we have to upgrade MailChimp integration in Pabbly Connect. So this is the task description which I am adding. After adding the description, if you want, you can give some label. Let's say I want to give it a label as tutorials and then click on create task. Now when we click on create task here, you can see just now a new task is created in my Podio account. We'll just refresh the page. And yes, here you can see the task is created. Now we will see as we create this new task, because we have connected our Podio account with Pabbly Connect, we will see in our Pabbly Connect workflow in this trigger step, we have received some response. And in this response, you will see all the details of this new task which we have created. Here you can see the name of the person, our name, that who has created the task. Then we'll scroll down and you can see some other details, like we have the date and time, that at what date and time this task was created. We will scroll down further, then you can see the description of the task. We have the same description which we have added. Then we have the due date and the due date and time of the task which we have created. We will scroll down further and here you can see the label of the task which we have added. We will scroll down and we will find some other details of the same task as well, like the task name as well as the name of the person to whom we have assigned the task. So we'll just scroll down. And yes, here you can see the name of the person. Here you can see the email address of the person to whom we have assigned the task. And then we can see the task name as well, update MailChimp integration. This means the first step of setting up this automation is completed, where we have connected our Podio account with Pabbly Connect in such a way that whenever a new task will be created in Podio, automatically the details of that new task will be received inside Pabbly Connect. Now after making this connection, after completing the first step, let's move to the second step. And in second step, we want to add these details of a new task in Google Sheets. For that, we will just scroll down, come to this Actions tab, and here in Choose App, search for Google Sheets. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheets, in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Add New Row. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here, we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Sign In with Google button. Then just select your Google Sheets account, scroll down and click on Continue. And as we click on Continue, we will see our Google Sheets account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet. And here in this drop-down, you can see a list of all the spreadsheets which we have in our Google Sheets account. Now, out of all of this, in which particular spreadsheet you want to add the details of the task, we have to select that. So I have created a spreadsheet in my Google Sheets account which is named as Podio Task. And in this spreadsheet, I want to add the task details. So from the drop-down, I'm going to select that particular spreadsheet. Now, after selecting the spreadsheet, it is asking us to select the sheet. Now here in the same spreadsheet, it is most likely possible that you might have created multiple sheets as well. So out of all of them, in which particular sheet you want to add the details. Right now, I have only one sheet named as Sheet 1. That's why in this dropdown, you can see only one option, Sheet 1. And in this sheet, I want to add the details. So we have selected that. After selecting the sheet, all the columns of data which I have created in this sheet, you can see all of these columns as fields inside Pabbly Connect. And one by one, what we have to do, we have to map the responses. We have to map the details of a new task which we have received in our trigger step from Podio in this Google Sheets action step into their respective fields. Like here we have the first field of created at, that at what date and time the task was created. Now we have received the date and time of the task in trigger step responses from Podio. So we have to map it. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses received from Podio of a new task. Out of all of these responses, select this response of created on and then just map it over here. In this way, we have successfully entered the date and time and at what date and time the task was created while adding the task details in Google Sheets. So at whatever date and time the task will be created in Podio, the same response will be received inside Pabbly Connect, and using Pabbly Connect, we are going to add the same details in Google Sheets. After created ad, we have to follow the same process of mapping for rest of the fields. Here in task name, just click here and from the drop down, search for task name response. So here we have the name of the task, update MailChimp integration. Just select it and map it. Then after that, we want to update the description. We have to map the description. So from the drop down, select and map the description of the task. Then we have to map the due date. So from the drop down, we have this due date response. Just select it and map it. And then we have assign to. So we are going to map the response of that person who is responsible for this task, for whom we have created the task. And here you can see just now we have mapped all of these details. After mapping all of the responses, just click on Save and Send Test Request. And when we click on Save and Send Test Request, you can see we have received some response. Now this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the details which we have mapped over here, basically the details of a new task which we have received from Podio, the same details are now added in our Google Sheets. So let's check it. We'll go to a Google spreadsheet and yes, here you can see the same details are now added over here. Here you can see the same created date and time, that at what date and time the task was created. You can see the same task name, you can see the same description, same due date and same email address of the person to whom we have assigned the task. This means the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. Now after setting up this automation, we are going to test this automation in real time. We will go to our Podio account and I'm going to create a new task over here. Let's click on create new task. Give this task a name. For example, I'll name it as real time test. Then let's add the person. Let's add some person as this to whom we are assigning the task. The due date is tomorrow. And then I'm going to add a description as, for example, we are testing this automation. And then just click on create task. So just now we have created a new task in our Podio account. Now as we create the new task, we will see immediately within seconds, the details of this task are now added in Google Sheets. And yes, here you can see just now, immediately the details are added. This means the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine and we have tested it in real time. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can email us at support@pabbly.com or post it on our forum over here. Or you can write us in the comment box below too. If you want to check out the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. And if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Pabbly. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.